Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kale. I am an Australian psychic medium, and I want to give you 4 signs that your spirit guide is giving you to caution you or warn you about your life right now. I want to put a disclaimer that no matter what, your spirit guide is on your team and they're never going to give up on you. Even when they provide cautions or warnings, and sometimes we may not even listen to them, it's perfectly okay. They know what they're doing and they have plan Bs, Cs, and plan Ds to get us out of any situation. Although our spirit guide assists us and helps us in so many different ways, it's always important to know that our spirit guide is there to help us, even in tricky times of our life. These are the 4 ways that your spirit guide warns you or cautions you in your life. Number 1, do you ever get a feeling of nausea in your stomach? Do you ever feel like you have an unrelenting kind of knot existing deep down in your stomach? Well, that's where your spirit is. And when you start getting those feelings about maybe a person that you're talking with, maybe romantically, or you have a feeling towards maybe a project that you're going to do or a job opportunity that you've been contemplating taking, if you're getting a nauseous feeling inside of your stomach deep down and it's unrelenting, oftentimes that can be a sign from your spirit guide giving you information, letting you know that perhaps it's time to reevaluate. Perhaps it's time to think, is this really my highest potential, or is it perhaps something that I need to dodge and duck away from? Number 2, failing technology. Do you ever get your technology all set up, all good, and then all of a sudden you start having unrecognized, unpredictable technological difficulties? When those happen, we need to reevaluate. Sometimes, for example, if you've got a business meeting with somebody on Zoom and you just all of a sudden can't connect with them, or their schedule's not working, or they're just not able to get it all sorted, that could be a sign that this may not be the right business potential thing for you. It may be a sign that this business opportunity may not be your highest good. Sometimes those insufficient calls and those really messy, dodgy Zoom calls that we try to have that aren't working can sometimes be a reflection from spirit that they're trying to make it not work because it may not be for your highest good. When that happens, pause and ask your spirit guide in your mind, please let me know, is this really you? Or perhaps it just is a technological difficulty that you can bypass. But if it's unrelenting and it continues to happen, sometimes that can be a sign that your spirit guide is trying to fold the situation, trying to make it not occur. Have you ever had these technological difficulties before? Leave a comment down below. Number 3, dropped communication. Have you ever been connected with somebody and then all of a sudden everything just falls underneath itself and you're no longer connected with them? They're no longer messaging you. The calls are infrequent and you're realizing, oh my goodness, I haven't heard from them in a long time. That can be a sign that communication is starting to drift from that person, but it doesn't have to be permanent. It could just be for a season, and spirit is giving you a warning or a caution that perhaps they need time to heal. They need time to reflect. They need time to muster up the courage to apologize. And for that reason, you step out of their life for a period of time. So just know that when you feel that communication is starting to wane with another person, don't force it. Let it naturally peed out, because what could be happening is your spirit guide cautioning you and warning you and allowing you to see that they no longer are serving you in your life in this period. But like I said, it doesn't need to be forever. Sometimes people loop back around when the season opens up again and the spirit guides are impressed, happy, or giving the go-ahead that it is going to be better that they're in your life as opposed to being out of your life. And number 4, oracle cards. If you are an oracle card enthusiast, you already know that when you're doing your oracle cards, sometimes you'll get cautions and warnings and things that might pop out. And our natural response, our knee-jerk response, is to do it again, see if I get another response. But you might get the same response again and again. Just know, spirit guides love tools like pendulums and oracle card decks because they're able to communicate to you and you have evidence and validation right in front of you. So try and make sure that when you do get cautions and you do get these challenging kind of oracle cards, that you don't toss them aside and focus just on the positive. Sometimes your spirit guide is using those cards to communicate to you perhaps something that is not working out in your life, something that is no longer serving you, something that is empty and void and needs to be tossed into the dustbin of history. Just know that your spirit guide can use this at times to communicate with you. Try it a couple of times, leave it for a couple of days, do it as many times as you want. Your spirit guide will make sure the message gets through to you. Pause when you get those kinds of cards and say, Spirit, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to get through to me? How can I know that this is a caution for me? How can I know that this is in fact a warning that perhaps this is not going to serve my highest good? How can I duck and dive away from this scenario? And believe me, they're going to help you and they want to help you get away from situations that may not be your highest good. They may be financially disappointing. They may be a situation that crumbles before your very eyes and may emotionally hurt you. So those are the times that your spirit guide will start using these oracle decks. And this is a bonus sign. Spirit can sometimes and often use people in our everyday life that we trust and have regular connection to speak through them. So when you hear the wisdom of other people speak over you that seems to be quite familiar, and perhaps it's something that you need to hear, it's a sobering message, allow it to speak into your life. Receive it with positivity because our spirit guides know our loved ones. They know who we're connected to and who is trustworthy and who may not be the best fit to deliver a message of wisdom. So pay attention and listen to family and friends and people around in your life. Sometimes I've even had spirit guides use customer service sales associates to speak over me and remind me of things or challenge me of things, even when they don't realize that they're doing it. So to summarize everything, don't worry, don't be alerted, and don't panic. Just know that our spirit guides, along with all the positive information that they want to bring, sometimes they do want to caution us and they do want to warn us so that we will be able to preempt some of those hurdles that we might face in life. Thank you for watching. Feel free to follow or subscribe for more, and I look forward to seeing you again.